So on the subject of your region of expertise, so when it comes to China specifically, obviously it's a slightly different market. The dynamics are rather different. The client base are often quite different. So how do you look at risk when you're approaching that region?
I think trust and relationship and communication very important, because certain price that we got from the LP or certain deals that been done and we review with the risk team, we ask why a lot, and I guess in China we have to understand who we are dealing with, and when they open account, the standard KYC, the standard due diligence we should do, and the more tedious it is, the work in the beginning, the easier life that we would have at the end. So I think in China, we need to understand at even different provinces works differently. Some province, they would tell us that, hey, this afternoon I'm going to do certain deals and the direction will go a certain way, and 10 times out of, 10 times. And they tell us that, well, this one you should B book, this one you should A book. Sometimes it's pretty amazing to see things happen like that, but constantly reviewing, because they are also evolving. So understanding, communicating, and trust, and building the relationship with the brokers are very important for us.
So just moving on, or actually sort of on a related subject, I know that trust and relationship play a large part in providing liquidity throughout China, but still some brokers in China insist on going with LPs who offer them what some would consider to be unrealistic trading terms, such as 400 to 1 leverage, massive credits, etc. What's your view on that?
Well, I think in China or other countries, there are a lot of scams out there. Some people would come to us, or brokerage company, they would come to us saying that, hey, we can bring you the money, but what kind of rebate do we get? But for them, for a lot of companies out there, 1 to 400, it really depends what kind of book, how you manage the risk. On the weekend, before the weekend, they put all the money on one side and all the money on the other side, and hoping gap up or gap down on Monday, and it's going to be huge overloss, and then they would run away, and the other money they would take, or they take the money first before they run away. So yeah, there are a lot of different practices. So we just need to meet the right people, and however we do business, I think influence on whoever comes to us. So do we sending the good message or the right message to the brokers that we are earning the commission that we ought to earn, and we are here for long. We are not short-sighted to do business. I mean, our group has been around for 38 years and zero complaint. I'm very proud of that, and I thank all the brothers and sisters back in Hong Kong, Cambodia, to make that happen, and because that's a reputation. And when we have that reputation, rats don't just come and say, hey, can you do this? Because they know we don't. And so reputation, very important. And trust, of course, building relationship, very important. Not only that to the marketing side, not only to the sales side, but also what about back end? What about the risk management? I mean, Jeff, we established this working relationship, and I know he bought a car for his wife. I know he crashed it. I know he...
into my car.
I know I know his kids learning words from his father-in-law that he might not prefer all the time. He knows I have an 8-month daughter. I mean, this is the relationship and the trust and communication. Not only, I mean, it's for work. Yeah, is that work? I guess you could say it's work, but it's also friendship. It's also trust and communication. That's why with our special project team, I think on a weekly basis we communicate. We might not talk on a weekly basis, but we know what we do in each other in Grand Rapids, in Hong Kong, or in Cambodia. So knowing who we're dealing with, again, is very important.